Welcome back to Empowered Voices, and you were just watching Carol DeRosa from CHFA, the Connecticut Housing Finance Authority. I want to really kind of take this opportunity to also thank Carol, kind of indirectly, but again, we're in cyberspace where there's one consciousness of things. The CHFA, CHFA, Connecticut Housing Finance Authority, they're a primary player and partner in terms of our My Home Power initiative. And as you heard Carol discuss, that this state agency, this quasi-agency, has advantages. It has assets. It has a relationship with financial institutions. It has a relationship with the economic system of America. I'm being deliberately kind of generic here by just explaining that many of the partnerships that we're involved with, be it a lending institution, be it a private mortgage institution, be it a state agency, be it a quasi-agency, there's ways to kind of look at aggregating resources and having those resources benefit consumers directly. So our partnership with CHFA, with the Connecticut Housing and Finance Authority, is crucial because it brings benefit to first-time homeowners in a significant way. This is not to say that you should not pursue other. It's our goal and it's our desire and it's our commitment to provide the best deal, if you will, the best aggregation of resources for you to make the decision, and obviously for your best financial benefits. So again, we are very excited about having developed a functioning and significant partnership with the Connecticut Housing and Finance Authority. And as referenced earlier, for further information regarding our My Home Power initiative and our My Home Power public information sessions, call the office, and you've seen information on the screen. This is a copy of the My Home Power brochure, and we urge you, if you'd like a copy of the brochure, we'll gladly send it to you. If you want to call the office and be placed on our call list, and if you want to leave your email address, we'll email you information about our My Home Power initiative. And generally, the brochure will explain to you what is involved with My Home Power, the initiative description, qualifications. I mean, there's qualifications obviously in everything in life. Eligible neighborhoods. There are income constraints, and also sales price in terms of the value of the property that you may be pursuing. That does relate to the My Home Power initiative as well, in terms of 1 family, 2 family, 3 family, 4 family. There's a sales limit on the amount of that asset purchase. So this show has been deliberately designed not to confuse you in terms of the homeownership quest, but just to kind of inspire you that Empower New Haven, as we celebrate during June 2007 National Homeownership Month, it's not only celebrating those that have secured homes and are on the path to homeownership, but also kind of celebrate even advanced celebration. Those of you that will have successfully purchased a home next year, next month, the next 6 months. We want to celebrate continually and have that celebration be a sound and wise investment. Related to our My Home Power initiative is our New Haven Saves program. Again, Empower New Haven's mission is to really, people are sometimes not sure who we are, what we do, because we're involved with so many initiatives from pre-birth to old age. Literally, we're involved with initiatives that are involved with prenatal care, and we're also involved with senior citizen housing. So that whole spectrum of life and the challenges of life and how does a community improve itself, we're involved with a number of those aspects in terms of work power, home power, business power, community power, etc. But our New Haven Saves program provides another opportunity supplemental to the My Home Power initiative, where you can pursue home ownership. And also, if you're not necessarily interested in home ownership, you may be interested in starting a business. You may be interested in pursuing post-secondary education. So you may be eligible for New Haven Saves, and if you are, and if you do qualify for New Haven Saves and participate in the program, we will match your savings up to a certain amount based on your program criteria. So New Haven Saves it's funded again from a federal agency called Federal Department, Cabinet Department, Health and Human Services. But the New Haven Saves, and Saves, S-A-V-E-S, we kind of consider that to be supporting asset ventures for economic security, supporting asset ventures for economic security. But if you're interested in the New Haven Saves program, you could also take advantage of New Haven Saves, take advantage of My Home Power. And New Haven Saves in particular gives you the option of pursuing your home ownership dream, pursuing your business dream, or your post-secondary education dream, and we will match your savings up to a certain amount. and give you time to save also, and also work with you in terms of workshops and talk to you about financial literacy and have programs in this regard. So if you're interested in New Haven Saves, we urge you to call the office and the numbers on the screen. And as I mentioned before, the My Home Power program is also very important. Just before we go to another brief segment on the My Home Power information session, we were fortunate to be spotlighted in the Business Times actually this is the May edition, and it talked about our BorrowWise initiative. The BorrowWise initiative is an initiative that's we were able to partner with the Office of the State Treasurer, Denise Napier, with Bank of America, and with Diane Mall with Consumer Credit Counseling on how do we prevent predatory lending. So there's something called BorrowWise. It's a PowerPoint presentation, but we've also kind of expanded it in terms of financial literacy, where folks are just kind of interested in how their investments will not be taken advantage of in terms of credit cards, in terms of your credit scores, in terms of loan applications. How to be consumer savvy these days is really, really, really important. So BorrowWise New Haven has been launched, again, a public awareness campaign and we're willing to come to your church or your club or your Masonic lodge or your community organization or your civic organization and talk about our BorrowWise initiative. And it's a presentation that will give you a sense of encouraged intelligence and encouraged information and encouraged awareness about navigating this financial world that's out here regarding your particular investments, again, pertaining to credit cards and pertaining to car loans and also, very importantly, pertaining to the purchase of a home and what to look for, what to ask for, just to kind of increase your, if you will, mental ammunition regarding the financial landscape. So our BorrowWise initiative and the PowerPoint is actually available on our website, which you're obviously encouraged to download. And if you'd like further information regarding our BorrowWise public awareness campaign pertaining to financial literacy, feel free to call the office or reference our website. I just wanted to, before we go to another segment, just kind of mention that this might seem, because it's June, why are we just picking on June? And just to emphasize the point made before, it's an ongoing enterprise. Financial literacy, home ownership, wealth building, not only asset accumulation, but asset preservation. So we're going to take more time over the next few months to kind of have shows like this that really are going to be more information driven, because we realize economic times and economic survival and economic growth are really so important to the growth of our community. So let's go to a few more segments, one more segment perhaps of the My Home Power information session that took place at John Martinez School. Then we'll conclude. And as always, we thank you for watching Empowered Voices. And as always, we thank Citizens Television for providing us with this very important opportunity.
Good evening, everyone. Let me tell you how excited I am to be here tonight, because I don't know, even though they've talked a lot about this program, if you've really gotten the excitement that's being generated by the idea of a program that will pay mortgage insurance for you. My name is Valencia Taft Jackson, and I'm the Vice President of the Affordable Lending Group for People's Bank. Now, that's a group that's dedicated to helping first-time homebuyers, in particular minorities, become homeowners all over the state of Connecticut. We work very closely with CHAPA and in fact have been one of the #1 lenders for CHAPA for the past 5 years. So we're very well versed in both the CHAPA program, and we've been very instrumental in helping to get the My Home Power program set up. You asked a lot of really good questions, so I'm going to try to give you stuff quick. I talk fast, so you listen fast, and I don't have a lot of time. First thing is, there is a difference between the mortgage insurance that we're talking about paying for you and the homeowner's insurance, and they tried to explain that, but let me make it a little bit clearer. Homeowner's insurance works for you. You own the home, that covers you, your business. If you have a fire, you have some kind of issue, somebody falls on your property, that's what homeowner's insurance is going to do for you. Mortgage insurance covers the bank. We require that. The law says that if you put down less than 20%, then you're going to cover our risk, so that if you default on that loan over a certain period of time, the bank is going to recoup some of that money from the insurance company. That's what MI is. That's what mortgage insurance is, and that's why anytime you put down less than 20%, you have to pay it. What is so good about this program? It says, you know what? That is a major expense to you over time. You take out a 30-year mortgage, you pay mortgage insurance for 15 years, you get none of it back, you reap none of the benefit. what if we paid mortgage insurance for you? That would eliminate that coming out of your pocket for that 5, 10, or 15-year period. So the My Home Pile program is going to pay the mortgage insurance that the banks require. And then if there's any money left over, they're going to do an even better thing. They're going to give you a bonus. They're going to let you take that money and use it towards your down payment or your closing cost assistance. So when you have to pay the attorney's fees, you have to pay for the hazard insurance that you have to have for a year, you have to pay inspection fees, all those fees, the title insurance fees, and you'll learn more about that as you go through the homebuyer education. They're going to let you use some of that money to do that. So again, that's another savings to you. The other thing I want to emphasize is the program is not just about the My Home Power piece of it. We're going to save you money and help you get in that home, save you, and it's real good. But we're also going to educate you because you're required to take home buyer education. And as a result, the stuff that I'm standing up here trying to run to you in 5 minutes, somebody's going to talk slow and tell you about all of that. What does it mean to be a first-time home buyer? What does it mean to have a credit issue? What does it mean to have a credit score? How do I get into a program even though I have that? Where else can I get some money? All these questions can be answered for you, and on top of that, they're going to do financial literacy counseling with you, so you're going to learn about all those investment possibilities for you to help you build wealth. Now, homebuyer education is very, very important, so that's not a step that you're going to want to quit. But like the young lady spoke from New Alliance, there are other programs available besides CHAPA that might better fit your needs. It doesn't mean that you cannot still participate in the My Home Power program if it's determined that there's another program that's as good for you, because they have the money that they'll be able to let you use. CHAPA is the #1 choice, and it will probably be all of our lenders' first choice because they have the best rate. They have the discounted rate. I work for a bank and our rates don't compete with their rates. They're always better than we are. So if we can put a home buyer in CHAPA, we do. But we also have people's affordable mortgage programs. And if you're earning a certain percentage of the area median income, maybe your income is too low to qualify for something else, but you might fit into that program. And so that's one of the reasons why you have lender partners working with Empower New Haven, so that we can be as creative as we need to be to help you buy a home. And I think I've said more than enough. Have a good day.
Welcome back. It was good to see Valencia from People's. As you know, People's Bank has now changed its name to People's United Bank, and it's, as I think about that change, it just reminds you that, and reminds me in particular, that change happens. Sometimes you make change, sometimes you're part of the change, sometimes you're quite unaware, but making the change in your life and pursuing home ownership, that's kind of an initiated change, but it also can be somewhat mysterious. Obviously, our My Home Power initiative and our Home Power initiatives are designed to remove that mystery, or to help you walk through kind of sometimes those dark days, to kind of be illuminated with information, so that you can make the best decision. As Chief Information Officer for Empower New Haven, as we kind of conclude this show, and again, we started off with the proclamation from President Bush, and kind of read also the letter to the community from Althea Marshall Richardson, our President and CEO, and heard from Carol DeRosa from CHAFA, the Connecticut Housing Finance Authority, and then you just heard the segment with Valencia Taft with now People's United Bank. It's important for folks to know that we really have an integrated approach. So people will say, what is Empower New Haven? It's tough to give you 1 or 2 30-second sound bites, but just imagine this morning, and any morning actually for the last 3 to 4 years, someone's gotten up, a family has gotten up in a home that they've purchased through, and they've had assistance in purchasing through Empower New Haven and our partners. In that same home, someone's gone to a job that they've had assistance and direct support from Empower New Haven, and going to the job, they've received the job through our energies and our investment. Someone also in that home has gone to open his or her business, again through assistance through Empower New Haven, through our business power initiatives. Conceivably, even in that same home in the basement, there's a home-based business that someone's received, that someone has secured in their own energies, but we've been important, significant, vital to the creation of them fulfilling their dream. So when we think of Empower New Haven, home ownership is so important, but it's related to a variety of other initiatives about how, again, people can advance. often the shows we've aired here on CTV have been more specific about this program, this celebration, this activity, this initiative. We wanted to kind of focus particularly on home ownership for this segment, but also we would be remiss if we concluded in not kind of talking about just very briefly some of our other initiatives. One that I really urge people to take advantage of, it's more select in terms of the eligibility, is our Good News Garage program. You may have heard of our Good News Garage program. We've refined it because, again, part of what we consider our strength is being nimble and strategic about how we invest things. So we receive comments from folks that sometimes people don't have driver's license, and that obviously prevents them from driving legally and owning a car. So if you're interested in pursuing our Good News Garage program, we've revised it for folks that might not have a driver's license, and you may not have never had a time to get a license, or you may not be able to afford pursuing a driver's education. You just kind of put it off to tomorrow. But if you'd like information about our revised Good News Garage program, our new driver's program in conjunction with the Good News Garage, call our office to determine your eligibility. You have to live in the zone. You have to work at least 35 hours a week, and obviously have a job and some commuting issues. But call if you're interested in our Good News Garage program, because it's designed for first-time drivers. We're able to subsidize your securing your driver's license. We'll send you to driver's education school. Also, in terms of, we'll assist with your car insurance initially. So again, these are the impediments that often impede us from getting ahead, and our job is kind of to eliminate these to the extent possible, these obstacles to a person moving on to a better future. We're also partners with the Construction Workforce Initiative, and as you know, that's the City of New Haven's Commission on Equal Opportunities, where folks can get involved with the construction work, and only certain times a year can you apply for the Construction Workforce Initiative. It's upcoming July 23rd through July 27th. You can call the City of New Haven Commission on Equal Opportunities for further information. That's 946-8160, 946-8160 regarding the Construction Workforce Initiative. We were fortunate in being in the newspaper recently regarding the expansion of the federal. It's the top of the register last week. The federal tax credit eligibility pool widened for businesses. The federal tax credit eligibility pool widened for businesses. Again, this is an incentive for businesses where if they hire empowerment zone residents, there are tax incentives involved that they're eligible for. We're really proud of this program, and we had a chance to also receive on the coverage of it, not only at the front page, but the headline for the business section, again, of tax credit eligibility widened. We encourage you, if you're interested in our tax incentive program, and these are really incentives and benefits that businesses can take advantage of by investing back in the community, hiring empowerment zone residents. If you'd also like one of the tax incentives flyers, it's available on our website at empowernewhaven.org. But also, if you'd like us to come out and talk to your businesses about tax incentives and how your business might be able to take advantage of it, you may want to be interested in how many of your employees live, in fact, in the empowerment zone. So you can call us in that regard, and we can help you with that research. On our website, there's there's a link at the bottom where one can just type in the actual zip code and the address of a resident to see if that person lives in the empowerment zone or not. As we conclude, we just want to really thank Citizen Television, but also thank the President for proclaiming June 2007 as National Homeownership Month. I want to thank Althea Marshall Richardson for sharing her letter with the community regarding how Empower New Haven is celebrating homeownership. And again, it's just always an opportunity to kind of come before you. Any questions, comments, suggestions, things we should be involved with? We pride ourselves on being open in this regard. We're always looking to improve ourselves, make ourselves sharper, serve the community better, be part of the community better. So again, this is Tom Ficklin from Empower New Haven signing off. And as always, thanks for tuning in.